A very good morning to all of you, my dear children, and welcome back for your online classes. Today, we will be continuing with the exercise part from our grammar book, first chapter, the sentence. In the previous class, we learnt about the meaning of the sentence, that it's a group of words which starts with a capital letter and ends with full stop, question mark, exclamation. Then I told you a normal definition, a group of words combined together to form a complete and meaningful sense is called a sentence. Then we learned about the types of sentences. How many types are there? 4. Declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, imperative. Then separate definitions also we learned. Declarative makes a statement, interrogative asks a question, imperative makes a demand or request, exclamatory shows strong feeling or emotion. Then I showed you separate statements with one example. I told you in interrogative about WH questions, as well as with the helping verb also we can start the question. Exclamatory sentences also we have seen for the strong feeling or emotion, and imperative sentences for order or request. Then we have seen the book work, the content of the book we have seen. About the subject and predicate we learnt. Again we learnt the kinds of sentences. Declarative sentences can be positive or negative. Interrogative sentences can start with WH word or with auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verbs are the helping verb, do, does, did, all these. Then we learnt about question tag, and I told you that in activity sheet 4 also you have done this. We learnt about imperative sentences that can also be positive or negative, request and command. Then exclamatory sentences we learnt for showing up the strong feeling. Today we will be discussing about the exercise part of this chapter. Few questions I will do, and rest you people have to try by yourself. While solving the question, if you people will be having any doubts, you people can ask me the doubt through WhatsApp, as you all are having my number. Okay? And after solving, if you people are having doubt that whether my answer is right or wrong, then when you will get the notes PDF of this chapter, from there you can check. So the first one, rearrange the words in their proper order to make meaningful sentences. Use punctuation marks where required. So this we are also calling as jumble words. Rearrange the jumble words. All the words are given over here. You have to rearrange it and you have to make a meaningful sentence. Okay? So the first one, bank, work, your, in, father, does. No punctuation given over here. You have to put the punctuation by yourself. So what could be the answer for this? If we will try, then what could be the answer? It could be does. It will come as does your father, does your father work in a bank? Does your father work in a bank? Does your father work in a bank? The pen is not working properly. So the first one will be, does your father work in a bank? This will be the first one. So here we are asking question, is it? So what will be at the end? What will put full stop? Exclamation mark? No. Then what will put? A question mark. Father work in a bank? Question mark. See, don't go through the pen as it's not working properly over here. But the answer will be, does your father work in a bank? Question mark. In the same way, second one, very the book gave was that you me interesting. So till here we have done. Okay. Again I am telling you. The first one, kindly see. Does your father work in a bank? Kindly see the spellings from the question. As you can see the condition of writing. Okay. In the same way, second, very the book gave was that you me interesting. So it can be, the book that you gave me was very interesting. And what will come at the end? Full stop. The book you gave me was very interesting. The book you gave me was very, the book that you gave me was very interesting. It will be, the book that you gave me was very interesting. And at the end, full stop will come. Okay. The book that you gave me was very interesting. Okay. In the same way, third one, achieved without great nothing be hard work can. So it will start from nothing. Nothing great can be achieved without hard work. Nothing great can be achieved without hard work. And at the end, full stop will be there. So my dear children, in the same way, you people have to rearrange these jumble words and form a meaningful sentence using the punctuation mark, question mark, full stop, exclamation, whatever will be coming over there, you have to put. So till 3 I told you, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try by yourself. If you won't be able to do, then ask me through WhatsApp. And if you have done and if you want to know that whether it's correct or not, when I will give you the PDF for the notes of this grammar portion, at that time you can check. and kindly use pencil for writing in the grammar book. Okay? Use pencil for writing in the grammar book. Don't use pen. Because if you'll make mistake, I don't want any cuttings and all in the book. Kindly use pencil and eraser. Second question, what do you say in the following situations? Now that person, like me, I'm asking you, what do you say in the following situation? When I will give you few situations are given over here. In these kinds of situations, what you people will say. And see which sentence also, the sentence is also given over here, which sentence you have to use. So the first one, you see a beautiful painting. When you see a beautiful painting, what strong feeling is coming in your mind? When you see a beautiful painting, you're feeling very happy, is it? And we are saying, what a beautiful painting it is. Is it? What a beautiful painting it is. So, how you will say, because exclamatory sentence is given over here, that means we have to see this sentence, you see a beautiful painting. In which form? In the exclamation form we have to see. So, how you will be saying, what a beautiful painting it is. And at then what will come? An exclamation mark. In the same way, second one, your sister is shouting. You think that your sister is shouting and you have to tell your sister. In imperative sentence, you have to tell the same sentence. Okay, this is just a situation. It's a situation that your sister is shouting in front of you. And now how you will make this sentence, how you will write according to yourself in the imperative sentence. So what you will say? Imperative means either request or command. Either you can tell your sister that please don't shout, or you can tell your sister that shut your mouth. If your sister is a younger sister, obviously you will be saying shut your mouth. I know. But if your sister is your elder sister, then you will be saying that please don't shout or please be quiet. So both the sentences you can take, and then what will come? Full stop will come. In the same way, third one, you see a clever boy. When you see a clever boy, what you say? And that sentence should be in the form of exclamatory sentence. So when you see a clever boy, how you people are reacting and how you people are saying? Simply you won't say, no? How you'll say? What a clever boy he is. And one exclamation. What a clever boy he is. And exclamation mark will come at the end. I hope you all understood. First of all, you have to read these all situations. After reading the situations, you have to change the situations according to the sentence given in the bracket, and then you have to make your own sentence. First three I told you. You see a beautiful painting, exclamatory, what a beautiful painting it is. Your sister is shouting, imperative sentence, please don't shout, or else shut your mouth. When you see a clever boy, in exclamatory sentences, what a clever boy he is. See children, here it's a painting, non-living thing. That's why we have used over here, it is. And here it's a boy, he's a boy. Okay, so living thing. So we will be using over here, he is. Clear? Now next, 4 and 5. Only 2 questions left out for this. Second, B1, only 2 questions left out. So 4th and 5th you people will do by yourself. Okay. Next, make suitable WH questions. I already told you WH questions also comes under your interrogative questions. And what are those WH questions? What, who, where, when, why. All this comes under your WH questions. So let's read it. Make suitable WH questions for the given answers. Ask about the words in bold print. Can you be able to see the bold print? You have to ask questions related to this bold print. So the first one, He met his friend at the temple last evening. So at the temple. Temple means at the temple. Where? कहाँ मिले? मंदिर में. Is it? So already they have given you the place, and for place we are using where. For place we are using where. For place we are using where. Okay? In the same way, second one. My uncle is a civil engineer. My uncle is a civil engineer. So, is a civil engineer you will be seeing, and you have to make question. So, what you will be making question? Civil engineer. How we are asking? Who is your uncle? We are asking. No. What is your uncle? What we are saying? What is your uncle? And you will be putting up over there question mark. What is your uncle? My uncle is a civil engineer. क्या है आपके अंकल? मेरे अंकल सिविल इंजीनियर हैं. कौन है आपके अंकल? We don't say. Who we will not use over here. What we will use. In the same way, that is my uncle's car. That is my uncle's car. So here you are telling that car is your uncle's car. So how you will be asking? Whose car is that? How you will be asking? Whose? किसका? Okay. How you will be asking? Whose? किसका? किसका कार है? Like that we are saying, whose car is that? So that is my uncle's car. And at then we will be putting up over there question mark. In the same way, fourth one. I found the keys in the cupboard. I found the keys in the cupboard. That means this cupboard is showing your place, and just now I told you for place what you people will be using? Where. So what will come over here? Where did you find the keys? Because you are asking questions, so found. Found is in past tense. Found is in past tense. So what is the present tense of found? Find. F-I-N-D. Find. So when you are already putting in the question, where did already means past tense. And why we have used did over here? Because we have seen that found is given. Verb. Found is a verb. And when your verb is already in past tense, then in the question what we will be using? Past tense. So past tense question we are using did. For present tense we are using do, does. Does for singular, do for plural. But by seeing found, we came to know that it is past tense. And whenever you people are using past tense, we don't have to see singular, plural. We will directly put over there did. That's why here in the question we will write down, where did you? Did already means it is past tense. Did already means it is past tense. That means when you are already putting the question in the past tense, then the verb of the past tense will change into present tense. So found will change into find. I found the keys in the cupboard. So the question will be, where did you find the keys? Question mark. Understood? In the same way, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9 and 10. You people have to do by yourself. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9, 10. You have to do by yourself. Understood? In this also, 9th and 10th, it will be little different for you. You try by yourself. If you won't be able to make, then I will tell you. Next, make yes or no questions for the given answers. Already the answers are given. You just have to make yes or no. Okay, first one, example already given. Yes, this suitcase is mine. So, whenever we are asking question, already I told you we are taking the help of the helping verb. If no helping verb is given, then we are seeing the present tense, past tense, singular, plural. But if helping verb is given, what are helping verbs? Is, am, are, was, were, has, have, had, etc. All these are your helping verb. Many more are there. Okay. So first of all, for changing the answer into question, we will be seeing the helping verb. If helping verb is given, then straightforward we will start the question with the helping verb. Let's see the example. Yes, this suitcase is mine. So is the helping verb given over here? That's why they have started the question with, is this suitcase yours? Question mark. So which helping verb we have used over here? Is. In the same way, in each question, first of all, we will be seeing the helping verbs. If helping verbs are given over there, then straightforward we will start the question with the helping verb. If no helping verb is given, see the second one we'll see. Any helping verb is given in the second one? Yes. What is that? Is. Third, any helping verb given? Yes. Am. Yes, I am going home. Yes, I am going home. But you cannot start the question with, am I going home? You cannot ask the question to yourself. Someone else will be asking you the question. Then you will give the answer that, yes, I am going home. So, if anyone else is asking you the question, they will ask you, are you going home? If the other person will ask you, they will ask in this way only, are you going home? Okay, are you going home? Then you will be giving the answer that, yes, I am going home. Understood? In the same way, second one, yes, he is from London. So what is the helping verb? Is. So how you will start? Is he from London? Question mark. In the same way, no, I haven't ridden a horse before. So you have to use over here have as a helping verb. Have you ridden a horse before? So no, I haven't ridden a horse before. Question mark. In the same way, fifth one, what is the helping verb over here? Do. Okay? Do. And here the helping verb are. So the fifth one helping verb is do. Sixth one are. Then seventh one the helping verb is has. Then eighth one, no helping verb given over here in the eighth one. But by seeing I, you can understand that it is singular. A single person is replying. When a single person can reply? When someone else will ask that person a question. Like for example, if I will ask you a question, then only you people will reply. So how many people are here? Two. I and you. We both are there. So it is singular or plural? It is plural. It is singular or plural? It is plural. Okay, because in this I am also present and you are also present. Two people. That means it is plural. That's why yes, I need a dictionary. So, what we will write? I told you just now that does we are using for singular and do we are using for plural. Is it? Does we are using for singular, do we are using for plural. So what will come over here? It is singular or plural? I obviously is singular, but the front person is asking you question. So it will be plural. because now two people are there in the question. One is asking question and the other person is replying. So how we will start the question? With do, because plural it is. Do you need a dictionary? Question mark. Do you need a dictionary? Question mark. In the same way, 9th one, helping verb is here. 10th one also, helping verb is here. I think you all understood and you can do it by yourself. Next, add a suitable question tag. Just now we learnt about question tag. In this also we are seeing the helping verb. Same way. Like here, are is the helping verb. So we have written, aren't you? She is brilliant. Isn't she? Question mark. The scenery is awesome. Scenery, it's a thing. So, isn't it? Question mark. These computers are expensive. Aren't they? The waiters here give good service. Here see, no helping verbs are given. No helping verb. But by seeing waiters, we can understand that it is plural. If only waiter given means singular, but waiters, S, that means it is plural. So we have to, for plural we have to start with do. So what will come over here? Don't they? Question mark. He won the match. Won. Win. Won. Won. This is the first form. Past tense, past participle. First form of verb, second and third form of verb. So here it is given second form of verb, won. That means it is past tense. So past tense means we have to see singular, plural. No. We just will be writing over there did. That means it will be negative, we will be writing there didn't. He won the match. Didn't he? Question mark. Understood? In this way you have to make this, add a suitable question tag. First 6 I told you. Now 7, 8, 9 and 10 you people will be doing by yourself. Here it's already given have, helping verb, has, helping verb, are, helping verb, have, helping verb. It's already given. You just have to put not. Haven't you? Question mark. Like that. No need to search. Like how I told you in the previous one, past tense, present tense. No need to search. It is very easy and simple. I hope you all understood. Next it's let's speak, role play this dialogue with a partner. If you are having brother or sister, or with your mom and dad also you can do this role play. You can select whom you want to be, whether you want to be Kamal or Arun, and then you can do this role play with your partner. It's just an activity. Okay, dear children? So this is just an activity. Complete by yourself. Then at the end, a task is given over here. This also will come under your activity. Talk to your parents about what you do when you get a holiday. I hope you all understood. Any doubts, kindly ask me through WhatsApp. Try to solve by yourself the questions which I told you. And for seeing the correct answers, when I will upload the PDF of the notes of this chapter, from there you can do the correction. And get ready for your exam, which is going to be held in the month of October, midterm. So kindly go through the book and all the chapters that I have taught till now, from activity sheet, from grammar, from the main book. Thank you, dear children.